As a Canadian, I am very concerned that we are not being told the truth about the events that took place on April 18 and 19. The transparency of the RCMP is very lacking. I have been trying to piece together the horrendous event. As a Nova Scotian, I know the areas where events took place and the timeline the RCMP have given seem impossible to me. So we should take a closer look. This blurry image is supposed to be the gunman on Ventura Drive in Diebert at 11:12 p.m. Please take note there is no timestamp. The image at 5:43 a.m. is on the Masstown Road by the Diebert School, again no timestamp. Image in Wentworth at 6:29 a.m. unknown location. Next image jumps to map where Lillian Hyslop was shot and the route travel to the resident in Glenholm that called 911. At 9:57 a.m. at 1242 Plains Road Diebert, also showing the time of 10:08 a.m. when the gunman killed his next two victims. 1540 Plains Road, Diebert. The next image is at 91 Walker Street, Truro, again no timestamp. Second image is on the Esplanade at 10:17 and the third image is at 152 Willow Street, no timestamp. So the RCMP are trying to say that the gunman traveled from Diebert to Truro in 8 minutes. This would be driving through Onslow and Bible Hill. This image is at the Millbrook Tobacco Shop. There is no time stamp showing in this image, but as many of us have seen, there is a time stamp on the video footage of 10:55 a.m. This image at 1795 Nova Scotia Trunk 2 Brookfield has a timestamp 10:32 a.m. but has been changed to 10:28 a.m. The next image is taken by Roop's gas station, no timestamp showing the gunman heading for the Trans-Canada Highway. Next image shows a map to Shubenacadie where the gunman is said to have shot Constable Morrison, then traveled about 400 meters and had a collision with Constable Stevens. After the collision, he shot the constable and Joey Weber, retrieved his clothes and weapons and put them in the silver tracker. Then set the RCMP car on fire. After leaving in the silver tracker driving to his next victim's house, he shoots a dog and Gina Goulet changes clothes. This is the image RCMP released. Even though it is plain to see in the image at the Millbrook Tobacco Shop, there is no yellow strip on the gunman's pants. Also hard to believe the shirt is so clean after just getting into a car accident, shooting two victims and setting cars on fire. Then he would have to find keys for Gina Goulet's car. This is the final image on the RCMP's timeline. It shows a silver Mazda exiting to Enfield. It has a timestamp of 10:31 a.m. but the RCMP's timeline says 11:23 a.m. The RCMP shot the gunman at 11:26 a.m. There are many issues with the timeline, starting with the first report of gunfire in Portapique. The first known gunshots were at his girlfriend after assaulting her and handcuffing her, then shot at her 2 times and put her in his RCMP car. This is when the RCMP would have gotten the first call. At 10:01 p.m. Saturday night, the RCMP claimed that between 10:01 and 10:35, the gunman shooting at least 8 people and set 5 fires, then was driving through a field in a RCMP cruiser at 10:35. This would take longer than 34 minutes since the houses were not all together. They were on different roads in the area. Yet after the gunman had been reported to have left the area, there is still gunshots happening. The RCMP also said that they had a roadblock for 5 kilometers in their briefing. Also destroying property at Hunter Road with a backhoe. There is still smoke in this image, so how do you preserve the evidence? Next issue would be leaving Hunter Road at 9:23 a.m. Traveling to Glenholm, stopping at a house and knocking at the door, then getting back in the car, drive to Diebert by 9:57 a.m. At 10:08, after shooting his next 2 victims, driving to Onslow, Bible Hill and Truro. It is a 20.4-kilometer drive, taking 20 minutes with no traffic and not including 3 sets of lights. The RCMP claim it took 8 minutes. The gunman would have had to drive 150 kilometers per hour all the way. The time it would have taken after shooting Constable Morrison, getting into a car accident, shooting Constable Stevens and Joey Weber, loading guns and gear into silver tracker, setting the cars on fire, then driving to Gina Goulet's shooting her and her dog, changing clothes, finding keys, loading guns into the Mazda. Also there is video of the 2 RCMP cars on fire. The timestamp on the video taken from someone's phone is 11:22 to 11:23 and the second car is just starting to burn and people still in and around the cars, and RCMP and military are just getting there by the looks of it. Note someone running away from the fire, not sure what is going on there.
Is he in there? That's a real car.
Dang. This is fucked.
I wonder if we should even be right here.
This is so fucked.
He's in that car.
He's in that car. They're dragging him out. Look, they're dragging somebody. Oh my god. That's
a real car, huh? He just killed a real car right in front of us.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh my fuck. This is fucking crazy.
Is he in there?
I'm like shaking. We should move. Like, what if he's alive?
That's a real car.
In Enfield, when the RCMP surround the gunman, there is a video saying they hear 4 shots and then a minute later they say they hear more shots.
They got the killer right here. They got him on lockdown. They're going for him right now. They got the killer right here. Oh, they got him, bud. They shot him. I heard the 4 shots. I heard the 4 shots, bud. There he is. They got him.
Yeah, we're gonna get sniped. They got the road blocked off. That's probably him in that truck.
What's going on here, man?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah. He's telling us to back up, Justin. Back up. He's telling us not to come.
Okay, go this way. Get off the road.
Wow, look at this. This is fucking crazy. They got the whole SWAT, the whole military here.
Okay, we can get the wall them right down here. I know.
Holy fucking guns everywhere.
He's in the parking lot where the trucks are.
Oh my god.
No, I know, bro. I gotta turn around.
Wow.
Look at them.
This is fucking crazy. He was coming here, bud. This was no joke.
Let's go.
They're letting the dogs out. Oh, bro, I gotta watch this shit, man.
Well, I don't want to be here with all this money on me.
No,
I have no way to claim it.
you give it to me.
No, just fucking get out of here before we get shot.
More shots. You can hear them.
Yeah, I don't want to get shot.
Lastly, this is a chart I made of April 19th's timeline of events. We have to have answers for what really has gone on here so we can feel safe in our province with the people that are supposed to protect us.